What's up everybody? Welcome back to another Shop Talk Tuesday. So if you're new to this video series, what this is all about is a commentary based type thing where I talk about a viewer's comment, I answer a viewer's question, then we go into what we have working in the background that's not going to be making it into the Friday build videos. Then we'll go into what will be making it into the Friday build videos. Plus we'll talk about a viewer's knife, if y'all remember to send me a picture of one of your knives. Then we go into something that I use on a daily basis that makes my life easier as a creator, tell you what it is, how it makes my life easier, and where you can get it. Now, we're going to do something a little different on this video because the thing that I use on a daily basis that makes my life easier is the actual answer to the question that I got. Now, this question actually came from my Facebook page. If you haven't went by there and checked it out, it's right here. So TRE Workshop on Facebook. I also have a link for it in the description. Go check it out. I post things all the time on there, so you actually have more of an insight as to what I've got going on in the shop on a daily basis. But like I said, this comment is from there. Now, this is from Jose Aldana, and he asks how I get the finish on my knives. So this is him talking about the finish that he's getting on his knives and how he's still seeing scratches after he's doing his buffing and sanding and all that. And then again asked how I achieve my finish on my knives. So thank you for that, Jose. Now to give you an idea of one of the finishes on one of my knives, we've got like this one right here where it is a mirror finish. This is achieved by a few things. For one, I sanded that all the way up to 2000 grit sandpaper. That was part of it was finished on my belt grinder all the way up to 400 grit, and then we do hand sanding from 500, 800, 1000, 1500, and 2000 grit. And then I go in with buffing compounds and actually get it polished up to that finish. Now, let's go ahead and hit on a few things. For one, hand sanding. You have to take the time and really get those scratches out. And whenever you're doing some of the lower grits, like the 500, even though I know that's still pretty high grit, make sure you're sanding a little bit in the opposite direction from the actual grind lines. So go in at an angle, and then on the 1000 grit you can come in at a different angle if you want to do that. What I do is I go in at a different angle on the 500, and then I start sanding straight down on the 800, 1000, 1500, 2000, and just do that. Now, you can also do different types of finishes. This is just explaining how I got the mirror polish on these. If you want to do a satin finish, you might only go up to 400 grit and then do a buff on it. That's all you really have to do. You don't have to get any more aggressive than that. But for a high gloss mirror polish, you want to go all the way up into the 1000+ range sandpapers and then go into a really good buffing compound on a buffing wheel. Now, let's go ahead and hop into the buffing wheels and compounds. I'm going to show you a few different wheels that I use on a daily basis. So we've got these three right here. This one I've only tried out a few times with the gray compound, and it does a really good job. This is actually made of denim, so this is pretty awesome. But the ones that I use pretty much all the time are going to be these two right here. This is with the gray compound. This is with the green compound. Both of these right here put in work. I use this primarily for acid etch knives and some of my darker handle material, like the micartas and stuff like that. But then I also use this for a high gloss finish on the steel, plus a high gloss finish on my handle scales as well. Green compound is great for that. Gray compound is great for those steel finishes and things like that. And when it comes to the compounds, we've got the two that I primarily use, gray and green. I'm going to give y'all, the little read for what they're for. So for the gray, this is to restore this natural look of copper, brass, stainless steel, steel, and aluminum. So restore the natural finish to it. The green is to put a high polish finish on copper, brass, stainless steel, and steel. So high polish, natural finish. Now, I use the hot polish one. I just really started getting into that a little while back, but how I figured out those were the ones that I wanted this little guy. So this is by Porter Cable right there. And it came with black, gray, brown, white, and green buffing compounds. You can get this from Lowe's. And I used that and different buffing wheels to figure out what finish they produced. And that's how I figured out that I would want the gray and the green primarily for the type of finishes I put on knives. I'm either acid etching a knife or I'm making a mirror polish. That's pretty much the two that I do. If I'm hand sanding it to a satin finish, I'll go ahead and use the gray compound. I won't use the green compound on that. But these right here, you can get these from Harbour Freight, and very cost effective, absolutely amazing. I'm going to leave a link in the description for these from Harbour Freight, those from Lowe's. Plus I'm also going to leave one from Amazon, and that way y'all can kind of pick which ones are best for your budget. And there you go. So it's all about practicing with the different buffing compounds. And I mean, there's other ones than this. There's pinks, there's yellow compounds, there's all kinds of different compounds that you can use. And the biggest advice that I can give you is get all of them and practice with all of them and figure out what does the best for the type of finishes you like on your knives, both handle material and steel part of it. So check them out. That's what I did. That's the best advice I can give you is, you know, trial and error. Hopefully you don't have much error. Hopefully you have a lot of success, but try them out, see what you like best. Now, hopefully that answered anybody else's question. I did get to talk with Jose and go in there and give him some of that info already, but you know, for anybody else that had any questions like that, there you go. I will tell you that I have been spending a lot of time doing acid etching lately because I'm trying to perfect that whole thing, and so that's why a lot of my videos lately haven't had mirror finishes on the knives. I've been so focused on the ratios with the ferrochloric acid and the distilled water, soak times, you know, cleaning them in between soaking or not cleaning them, what finishes I wanted to sand up to before soaking them, all of those different things. I've been practicing with those, so that's why y'all seen me do a lot of acid etching versus the mirror finishes. I will be doing those here soon. I have a few knives that are going to be coming up that are going to have finishes like that, but for right now, I am going to jump into what I have working in the shop that's going to make it into the Friday build videos, and one of them is going to be acid etched. One of them either is going to be acid etched or it's going to be coffee etched. I haven't really decided yet. It might not even be etched at all. It might just be a hot polish. I haven't got to that point yet. But this one right here, I of course did acid etch it and did a few different treatments on it, but I really wanted this particular finish on this knife. This is going to be one of my new camp knives / survival knives. So 01 tool steel, absolute awesome knife. You'll be able to see this and the upcoming Friday video. I'll have that, and then we are going to have this knife right here. So I haven't decided what finish I'm going to do on this exactly, but this is going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about trying this out, using it in the kitchen, taking it out and give it a good thrashing and see what type of edge retention this has. But again, 01 tool steel as well. Now, those are things that I've got working that are going to be coming up in the Friday build videos that are knife related. Well, pretty much most of these things are knife related, but those are actual knives. I will be showing y'all how I turn this piece of steel into this bevel jig right here. So we will have that coming up in a video here soon. This is a very inexpensive, very cheap way to make a bevel jig that works exactly how it's supposed to work. I've got that coming up in a video, so I'll be looking forward to that. Now, let's go ahead, hop into viewers knife section. So this particular knife is actually from a fellow YouTuber, and this is Ken. He came up with this knife right here. Now, this is made out of 1095 steel, and it has curly maple scales on it. And this is a bushcraft / hunter type knife. That's what it's designed for by him and what he's meaning for it to be utilized as. But this is an awesome knife. I'm really happy with The fact that, again, people are still sending me pictures of their knives. I want y'all to do that. And thank you, Ken, for sending me a picture of your knife. And also, if you want to check out his YouTube channel, it's in the description below. Click on that. Go give it a check out and actually, watch some of his videos and see what he's doing. It's an awesome channel, so go check that out. And again, Ken, thank you for submitting a knife for the viewers' knife section of this. If you would like to have your knife in this Shop Talk Tuesday series, just go ahead right here, send me a picture to that email, and I also have a link for this email in the description below. Yeah, send me a picture of your knife. I don't care if it's your first knife, second knife, 15th knife, 100th knife. I'd love to see it. Tell me a little bit about it. Tell me a little bit about yourself. And if you're a YouTuber, make sure you leave that in the email so that I can give you a shout out. But thank you again, Ken, for sending that knife in, and for everybody who has sent pictures of their knives in the past. Thank y'all. But guys, that's pretty much the end of this one. I know that the world's crazy right now with this whole coronavirus, and I know that y'all have plenty of time to watch videos, but thank you for coming by and checking this one out. And if you haven't yet, give this video a thumbs up. Go down the bottom section down here, this little screen, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get notified of whenever I make stuff like this guy right here, this stuff back here, this cool little collab stuff that I have going on with another YouTuber that's down in this section. Guys, thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for checking this out. Y'all have an amazing day. I'll catch y'all next time.